Hey, welcome back to the channel. Back in the garage today. Bikes have been put away, but a little bit of a tongue-in-cheek content today because aftermarket air cleaners, are we going to get rid of them? Anyways, let's get into it. So yeah, this isn't totally a serious video. I did watch a video on Freedom Works. I'll link the description I'll link his video down in the description below. But he did a great video, and if you don't follow him, you should follow him. He does a lot of sciencey stuff when it comes to motors. It's more focused on diesel, but it works for most automotive, obviously. But he did a video based on cold air intakes for diesel trucks. So he actually has the studies based on these cold air intakes on the diesel trucks. And what it actually found is the horsepower that you actually attain, it's actually a percentage. So the smaller the horsepower, the less power you're actually adding, and pretty much no one's even going to be able to tell if you add it because it's such a small amount of horsepower that you're actually adding to a motor. And on motorcycles, it's even less because they're even less horsepower that they're producing than a big diesel engine. And then the other thing he talks about is actually the amount of particles and how the cold air intake actually works when it comes to filtering out the air that is going into your engine. And what the studies actually show is the stock air cleaner on these motors actually work better than these aftermarket cold air intakes at preventing debris getting into your motor, which in turn will make your motor run actually longer. Now the particles that he goes by is pretty small, and it is it's like 96% or 92%. Like they are filtering out a lot of it, but he does it based on bullets and how many bullets are shot at you, and if you only protect you for this is how many bullets. But anyways, he does a good job of explaining it, a lot better than I do. But needless to say, a stock air filter actually works better than these aftermarkets, and even to go even further, a slightly used stock filter works even better. When you get a little bit of film on there or a little bit of debris, it actually filters even more. But he gets into that all of that as well. And then at the end of the video, he actually goes through who he thinks should actually consider putting a cold air intake on their vehicle. Again, this is all based on diesels, but it would be similar to any other internal combustion engine. So us being Harley fans, I'm going to focus on Harley. And basically, it's most normal people, or you shouldn't even bother doing it because it's just not going to make your motor last as long. And then the only two people that should consider it are people that are just racing. They should do it. And the other one is maybe if you do a tune and all this other stuff, then maybe you can add that. Now, when it comes to Harley Davidsons and the builds that you see, everyone's trying to go after those numbers, trying to get to that 150 plus mark. So it will help a little bit in that, but it's not an overarching thing. So when it comes down to it, is it something that I'm going to stop doing on my bikes? The Softail? No, I'm going to leave that air cleaner on there. I do like the way it looks, for one thing, the way it sounds, and I don't mind cleaning out the filter every once in a while. I think it runs better with it on it. It already has been, well, dyno jetted tuned by me, so it runs good enough. However, having said that, and also I'm not worried about longevity of the motor because that's not my touring one. Having said that, this bike here does have the stock look of the intake. However, it does have a K&N filter in it. I don't think I will change it back. I'll continue to use the K&N and clean it out whenever it needs it. However, going forward, my next touring bike, when we plan to actually tour across Canada or across the United States, I think I might actually think about not doing it because I would be more worried about the longevity of the motor. but probably not. I'll probably still put an aftermarket exhaust on it or an intake on it. Anyways, what do you guys think? After watching his video and the way he breaks it down, are you going to stop doing it? I don't think we are as Harley Davidson riders, but you never know. Anyways, until next time, later.